Flashback 10, Infiltrating Muon Energy. Flashback 10.0, Operation Access Muon Energy. Sarah McGilvray was teamed with Tiny, which meant she was teamed on her own, because Tiny either remained with the airplane, both as its guard or as the getaway flight pilot, or he was our transport and van driver. Therefore, Sarah was going solo after Muon Energy. Her assignment was to stake out to learn daily and nightly patterns and to figure out what security their company had and the best way to access it, and to secure company facility security access wherever and whenever that was possible. Her targets were Muon Energy's Mr. Aloy Alsbeta or Miss Berta Darja. They were accounts receivable representative and management and nuclear containment engineering. A little we learned about Sarah now that she was part of the team and traveling with us and thus interacting a lot with our once smaller team. She had an awkward presence ever since joining the team. Perhaps I thought she was socially awkward before joining the team, but her job with Midnight and Associates maybe gave her confidence in doing the job because she was good at executing her tasks well. So outside of her job, she was seemingly very unconfident. Or so it appeared. She had tried to insert herself into our team chats or in sub-team little pods, but she just did not naturally or smoothly interact with anyone on the team. Frankly, maybe with anyone anywhere. My sampling, however, did solely come from interactions here with our team. The consequence of not fitting in with the team was Sarah was withdrawing into her lifelong best friend, her phone. She surfed the web. She lived on social media. Sarah took her pastime, it seemed, very seriously. Before the mission, Sarah had spent an inordinate amount of time on dating apps. She spent hours assessing what appeared to be the men of Prague. Taylor observed and snarked, "I don't think we need to be looking for a date right now, you know?" Sarah responded, "I am not." She emphasized looking for and said, "a date." "I am not looking for a date," she scowled. "I am looking to see if I can find my target's marks online, to see if I can set up a meet and greet date with them, and then I will acquire security access from them. So please do not presume to know what I am thinking or doing. Please do ask me anything, anytime, that you need to know from me." Sarah rattled off that message with machine efficiency and disdain. She added, "I am going to call my plan Operation Date Kiss and Fall." She smiled. "They will fall for me because I am so fine and so fun. And then they will fall prey to me, and I will subdue them, and I will take their badge and fingerprints and anything I see is necessary for our mission. And only what I see is necessary for our mission." Katie asked sheepishly, "Your marks, they're Mr. Aloy Alsbeta in accounts receivable and Miss Berta Daria or something. What happens if you cannot get the date with the Mr., a man, Aloy, but you can get a date with the Miss Berta, a woman?" Katie grinned. "Or is that okay for you?" Her voice kind of dwindled uncomfortably off. Sarah answered directly, "No, it does not matter at all. It's all the same to me." She added, "Besides, I plan on only kissing to provide confidence in me and my sincerity. And with a chuckle, Sarah concluded, let's not get hung up on these silly childhood or locker room juvenile thinking. We are adults. We will do what we must. She added, but only when we must. Sarah looked towards Deputy Taylor, and then to me, and back to Taylor, and she said, I believe violence, stealing, deception, even killing are all okay. Only, though, when necessary. Otherwise, I believe in the first pursuit of non-violent solutions, and then to subdue opponents when possible. But if the mission or a teammate is in threat, all rules are put on hold. And we do what we must, no matter how horrific it may seem in that moment. We are the Knights Templar. We have God's blessing to fight for righteousness and for God's glory, Sarah declared. She settled down a bit from her dramatic rah-rah message and then said, I just want to say, I am not playing around. I am not looking for a date. I am not looking to be social. I would like to be friends. I would. She decreed, but I have a job to do. We all have a job to do. As Knights Templar, we are sworn to serve God and to pursue his mission and his quest for righteousness and serve his glory. That is our vow, and for that we are blessed. So, if you ever think I am goofing or doing anything for myself, I strongly recommend that you rethink your assessment. Her lips were tight, almost hostile, as she finished her pointed message. And with that, Sarah resumed her dating app hunt for Mr. Aloy or Miss Berta. And voila! Sarah found Mr. Aloy on the global dating app, the Dating Tree, apparently referred to as the D Tree by its recurring active users. She was able to issue a desire ping to Mr. Aloy, and before we had even landed, she received a date lined up with him, promptly. Tiny had dropped Sarah off a few blocks away from Muon Energy. She was dressed in appropriate, form-fitted, but not tight, or bust or butt attention drawing, white blouse, black leggings, light gray shawl, and low-height heels. Sarah put makeup on like a pro. She looked like she was ready to go out on a fashion show catwalk. She was the perfect, wholesome girl next door, and yet her look afforded the fantasy that maybe she could get naughty if she decided to. Objectively, Sarah wore a good girl next door first date outfit with mildly provocative makeup. I imagined she would inspire attraction on first impression, which would allow her to adapt to her date's interests by focusing on the provocative makeup that she wore. Or she could focus on the wholesome side and accuse her date of sexual aggression and thoughts and blatantly misreading her intentions and the situation. Sarah had all the power in her planned date, and she knew it.